Back for the rest of the story time. Jessa. Girl. Jessa, where did I leave off at, girl? Where did I leave off at in the story time? I'll be silent watching today working. It's all good, Gina. You silent watch, baby girl. You do your thing as long as you're having a great day. That's all that matters to me, baby girl. Pancake, baby girl. Millie. Thank you, sweet angel girl. One of the bows already fell off, though. Don't notice. So cute, though, right? It's because yesterday, I don't know if you're like me, girl, but when you get to, like, cleaning the kitchen, like, a madres. When you get to cleaning the kitchen, like, all crazy, like, making sure everything, like, in the nooks and crannies and not really careful, girl, I did something, and then, like, something caught, and then clinks, it came right off. I was like, oh, on the first day. It's okay. Hold on, what am I thinking? This, and then I. Good morning. Hi, Winnie Win. Your bird was on his way to Florida. Okay. Jessa, you know your stuff, girl. Walk like this. Okay, girls. So we're going to continue the story of how I met my bird, or how my birdie and I got together, okay? So this story, Jessa, Esmeralda, good morning, sweet angel girl. The story about me and my bird goes way back. We've been together 14 years, okay? 14 years. I'm 31 today, right now. I'm 31. So this happened 14 years ago, back in 2010. Yeah, this happened in 2010. And so to kind of backtrack a bit of the story, right? To kind of backtrack for all the new besties who are getting caught up. My birdie and I have stayed together all these years, haven't broken up, but there was a time. Good morning. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Dre. Okay, where was I? Oh, yeah. So there was a time in which my birdie and I, we did long distance. So this is the part where I'm in Florida, right? Pretty girls walk like this. Hello, sweet angel girl. I love your wig. Which one, girl? Which one? Ooh, good morning, girls. Good morning, sweet angel girl. You know what I noticed also? Let me put like a pin in my conversation. I want to stop doing that thing. I don't want to keep doing that anymore. I've noticed that I do it. And now that I notice I do it, I don't like it. So I want to stop doing that. So every time I do it, like, stop. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, over here. Okay, Elizabeth. So are you ready for the story, Elizabeth? Girl, I'm going to tell you the rest of it. Are you ready for it? Sandra, what is good, baby girl? Miss you, love you. I hope you're doing good. So, you got more? Let me see. Your fave Emma's. Girl. If you're talking about wigs, I have two. I have a pink one and a red one. Girl. Maybe for Halloween, like, I'll bust them out. I'll be a different persona. Girl. It's because the getting together story is kind of a long story, girl, okay? So during this time, I think I left off that my mom was trying to tell me to break up with him, right? Like, why are you with him? Just break up with him. You know, there's plenty of guys here in Florida married to the military, because my mom married into the military, right? So, yes, I'm just kidding. Yes, se creo bien. I'm just kidding. So, I was like, no, I like him. And she's like, well, if you like this guy a lot, invite him over. Like, let's see what he's all about. I snuck out to get pie. I snuck out? What you mean, girl? Good morning to all my bestie, my beautiful besties. Good morning, Margie. Grace, how are you? Good morning, beautiful ladies. I hope you're doing good, my friend. Effing with you. You little I'm messing with you. That's what I have to tell our coworkers, girl. Like, our coworkers are all toxica. So, like, the people around us that are, like, are not good for us. Like, I don't give a F. I don't give a F. Just kidding. Woo. Anyway, so I can't get into the story. I don't know why my mind is like too busy saying good morning. Seriously. I changed it. I had to go out my window to get pie. Girl, what time is it for you that pie is available? Because here where am I at, in my local area, pie is not available, girl. Well, I think there's cookies, because there's a place called Insomnia Cookies. I'll be getting ready for work, bestie, but I'm here. Sasha, I love you. You do your thing, sweet angel girl. You do your thing. Okay. Hi. Hey, V's. Okay, girl, I was telling a story, okay? So everyone stop interrupting. Just kidding. Okay. So, I know my friend is like, girl, get to the story already. Girl. It's like a long story. Let me take a sip of my water, girl. Before we get into the story, grab your waters. Erica, I love you, sweet angel, girl. I'm using my cup. I use it every day, girl. You're so pretty. Kylie, you're so pretty. Missed you, girls. Destiny Noel. Baby girl, I hope you're doing good. I'm doing good. I've been thinking of you. I thought of you this morning when I was showering. How weird, huh? They hate on me. Shoga. Masuta. Shoga Masuta. Why are they hating on you, girl? Spill the tea. Tell us. Elena, baby girl, how you doing? Miss you, love you. Elena Padilla, you and me, girl. We're like this. If I do my makeup at work, girl, they're gonna hate on you if you do your makeup at work for sure. Well, if you work at an office setting, girl. Oh, about the coworkers. Oh, I know, right? Girls be hating. Jennifer, they hate on me because they don't wear any, and we're mean girls, and are mean girls. Oh, that's weird. Don't you hate like the mean girls, or like the girls who like suck it in, like bien acá at work? Like, girl, can you like be nice so I can have a good work day? Okay, now we're here. All right, girl. So today's primer. Let's see. Today's primer, we're gonna go in with because the last time I didn't wear it, girl. Remember, I was supposed to wear this and I never wore primer that day on Thursday. Elf. Always thinking of you. Love you. Love you. Good morning, hermosa. Here from Albuquerque. Hello. Good morning from Albuquerque. Hi, Angela. Angeli. Sorry if I butchered your name, baby girl. Sorry if I butchered your name. So we're going in with the Elf primer. This is the Power Grip Primer, the niacinamide. And they're like, it's better than yours, dang right? It's better than yours. I could teach you, but I have to try like, oh, I'm gonna make that bag, baby girl. Okay. I'm glad you went live today, girl. It's because I took a shower. So on the days that I take a shower, girl, which is not very often, just kidding. The day that I wash my hair, I should say, I really take my time in there, girl. I take my time in there. Like 15 minutes is like 5 minutes in the shower. So I got off super late. I got out like at 6:20 of the shower, girl. I was like, oh snap. And then to set myself up and like get this angle up here. You know what I noticed, girl? I was rewatching my videos, girl, and I was like, girl, you're getting really wrinkly up here. Like, why do I keep... It's because I'm doing this. I was like, aha! Like, I have to move my camera up high, girl. So, I hope you don't mind. Because I gotta, like, preserve this space. Okay. But then I can't not laugh. Okay, already primed. Okay, now brows. Get sprung. Pull up. Get your waters, girl. Girl, get your waters. My besties, you girls have been waiting for the second half of the story time, girl, of how me and my birdie met. So I was like slowly getting into it, but then I saw everybody like saying good morning. So I'm like, good morning. I'm in Albuquerque. Hello. Oh yeah, my friend Elena Padilla, she's in Albuquerque too, girl. I know we got some individuals from Albuquerque. Girl, show yourself. Say where you're from if you're from Albuquerque or if you're around, you know, other areas. We have a bestie, Miss Erica, who made this cup. Girl, she's from Hatch, New Mexico. So, girl, hit her up. If you like cute cups, hit her up, girl. She's not too far from us. So, you can pick up your cup. Anyway, shake that healthy butt. Baby got back. Shake that healthy back. Because I don't got butt. Just kidding. Okay. Let's get serious, okay? I can't wait to get my cup. Girl. Ohio. Arizona, I'm from Phoenix. Oh, goodness. Annabelle, what's up, baby girl? Skyla, I see you, girls. North Carolina. Okay, sweet angel girl, let me just do my brows. Okay, hold on. You already know how it be with the brows. But anyway, so let's go ahead and let me get my brain back on. Let me get my brain back on when it comes to terms, or in terms of my birdie and I getting together, okay? So set the scene. My birdie and I had already been together for months, seeing each other at school, having to hide him or whatever, because my mom would never, right? Because he was like a rebel skater boy, right? I was already eyeballing him for months and months and months, and that's when I found out that he liked the other girl, right? And so I moved to a different school in Florida because my mom remarried. He moved to a different school because he moved, right? And so he stayed in El Paso and I went to Florida. So girl, I started school in August 2010. No, this was already 2011 by this point. 2011. No, I'm sorry, 2010. This is 2010. So in August 2010 is when I started school for the very first time in Florida. And this school, girl, like here in El Paso, Texas, schools are pretty much like indoors, inside, right? This school, Florida, that's where I lived, Wesley Chapel, Florida. It was like a brand new city. Like everything was like brand spanking new, and everything was like very spaced out. And girl, coming from Texas, coming from El Paso to Florida, it's very different. Like it's green everywhere, very tropical everywhere, baby girl. Good morning, all the besties saying good morning to each other. I love it. Yeah, so very tropical, baby girl. And the humidity in the air is unreal, girl. Like I remember when I got out of the car after like traveling like a week to get there or whatever, like in El Paso, Texas, like a piece of like loose leaf paper for school would crunch, like like crunch up real quick, you know. You get that same piece of paper that's not crunched to write a new sheet, and you're in Florida and you crunch it and it's like nothing. Like you don't hear the crunch. Like it's just like wet. Like the paper is wet. And you're like, what the you know? And then even you yourself, you're all like, you know, and like my pants were like sticking to like my butt. Like I had to like pull my wedgie out like a million times. It was really horrible, girl. Bestie, my husband said we're heading to El Paso next weekend. Maybe we can hang out next weekend. Okay, so actually on next weekend is when I'm starting, or I'm doing my first subscription live video, girl. So on Saturday at 11:30 my time, I'm gonna be doing my subscription only live. So that's gonna, and I'm planning on doing it for like maybe an hour and a half. So Saturday is a no-go, girl, for me. Well, it has to be sometime between, you know, that. And what else? Sunday I have mass. Sunday I'm available after 2. Or maybe on Sunday, girl, if you want to, after 2. Apple bottom jeans, boots with Thank you. Okay, sorry, Bestie Boo crew. It took forever. Yes, Bestie, it's nice. I want to just in the best school. Oh, good morning, Richie. Latina mommy. Hi. I want Richie's life. Girl, I know. I want Richie's life too. Imagine. Okay. So enough being annoying and all over the place. Okay, because I know I'm being annoying and all over the place. But anyway. My birdie, remember I told you I left off that he had gotten a job at Taco Tote because my mom had said, she's like, if you really like this guy, if you want to continue seeing this guy, I want to meet him. I want to see what he's about. And my mom, I lived in Florida, remember? I came from El Paso, Texas, and I didn't want to break up with my boyfriend, right? I didn't want to break up with Brady. He didn't want to break up with me. We wanted to do long distance or whatever, right? So because the whole school year, girl, the whole school year, so August, September, October, November, December, January, all the way until like June or July, my birdie and I would talk on the phone every day. We would text non-stop. We would send each other gifts in the mail. We would send each other letters in the mail. We would just be totally like just thinking about each other, writing to each other, texting each other. And any moment that I got, I would always be texting my bird, seeing what he's up to, and vice versa. He would always text me. So that's how we kind of like stayed in touch for the entire year. And during that entire year, girl, like, don't get me wrong, like in high school or whatever, like, since I was kind of like a nerdy girl now. I was like a nerdy girl because remember I told you that in my freshman and sophomore year of high school, girl, I was like not doing good at all. And then when I became a junior, I was like, okay, I'm gonna turn my life around, especially at this new school that's not doing so well, right? So it was a great opportunity for me to become like kind of nerdy, in a sense where nobody at that school was caring about school, so it made me excel or whatever. So this is my senior year, okay? So this is my senior year of high school. I started in a Florida school. I didn't know anyone, and my mom and I, we were still kind of like, we were okay, but we just didn't know how to argue with each other in a proper way. Like, she didn't know how to argue with me, and at this point now, like, we had already been fighting with, like, slapping each other around and, like, pulling hair. So, I laugh now because I'm just like, girl, like, we're crazy. Like, I know, like, for my mom to allow that. Anyway, so, well, she started it. What you mean, girl? I'm gonna defend myself. But anyway. So we were okay at this point now. She had already had Lauren, so we hadn't had any hiccups, you know what I mean, for a while, for a good while. But we were like exchange words and everything. And so Lauren is a little baby. Sydney is like, how old is Sydney? She's like, how old is Sydney? She's like 9 or 10, I think, at this point. Yeah, she was 10 or 11 because Sydney was born in 2000. Anyway. And my mom was with her husband and everything, right? So we were in Florida. I didn't have any friends that much. I didn't choose. I chose kind of to stay quiet in that school. I was like I was a new girl in a new city, in a new state. And the city that I lived in was very kind of like smallish. So the kids kind of knew each other already from elementary school and middle school. So they were like, oh, yo, like, what's up to this new person, like, coming walking in, and yo, like, you're in this class. And then me, like, crickets, like, okay, new girl. Like, new girl for real, you know. And so yeah, I was like, okay. And my lunch, because I chose not to like make friends, I was like, I'd rather like be alone. I would sit, okay, so the school that I was at, girl, it was very much outside. Like, the hallways were outside. Like, when to walk to different classes, like, you would be walking like in the elements, right? So if it was raining, like, it had like a little, like a big huge walkway. Just imagine like a huge shade over, like a little bit hanging over, but you would walk and it'd be like raining, and it was kind of elevated, right? And the school was made specifically for, like, I guess in that area it was for like tornado area, I don't know. But the school can like lock down, like the windows can like go all the way shut, you know, like and lock shut. It was just like a special school. I don't know, it's hard to explain. But behind the school, it was like jungly. Like, it had like obviously like the jungle, right? And that place in Wesley Chapel, Florida, there's alligators everywhere. So there would always be like little signs of like alligator signs. And when you move to Florida, girl, like the backyards are like enclosed like cages. Like, they have like a wire mesh in every backyard that you see, you know, because of the mosquitoes and all, like the animals and the creatures. And I remember when I would wake up to go to school, right, I would see like long birds, like long crane looking birds, like kind of like pinkish, like flamingos, but not really. They would be just like walking across your lawn, girl, you know what I mean? So it was just a really cool, like, different experience, right, being in Florida. Thank you so much. I see you, girl. So yeah, so just imagine this El Paso, Texas, like, desert, like, freaking hot as heck, you know what I mean, to going straight to Florida, where it is also hot, but it's like humid hot and mosquitoes, and it's just really crazy. But anyway, crazy in a sense where you're just like shocked, like, this is how they be living over here, all good. Just kidding. But seriously, anyway, so the whole year I kind of stuck to myself. I would be glued to my phone. I didn't have that many friends like in the school year or whatever, and we stayed in touch, my birdie and I. And for lunch, there was a lunchroom, but because I didn't have any friends, I sat outside the lunchroom on like these like tables, like they were tables, but I would claim like one, and it was my spot every day. So I would pack my little lunch, and my mom would pack me a lunch. Oh, my mom did pack me lunches. I can't get too upset. So yeah, so she would pack me my little lunch or whatever, and I would sit and I would eat my lunch and be texting my bird, like, what are you doing, bird? How's your day? La 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 la. And he'd be texting me back. And it was like that, girl, for months and months. I sat outside, you know what I mean? And I wasn't bothered by it. Like, at first I was just kind of like, well, you know, I felt kind of like alone, I guess, so to speak. Like, I felt like this is me again starting up a new school again, girl, but this time in a different city, in a different state. Because remember, I had told you in the first, on Thursday, last Thursday, I had told you that I had went to 3 different middle schools and 5 different high schools. I went to Coronado, El Dorado, Eastwood, Austin, Florida. So yeah, I had already moved so many times and did the thing all over again of being the new girl and so forth. So this time around, again, new girling it. But this time I was like, nah. Like, I'm already almost out of this B, you know what I mean? High school, I meant, you know? So I'm like, I'm not gonna make no friends. And that's how it was. And then my mom on the other side, you know, telling me, like, if she can visit, or if my boyfriend that I won't let go can visit, like, okay, go ahead. Which I was like, all right, girl, so shoot. And then I was just focusing on texting him and so forth, and writing him letters and messaging him all the time. And what else? And during that time, don't get me wrong, girl. Don't get me wrong, girl. I mean, like, there was plenty of opportunity to kind of, like, talk to others, I guess. You know, talk to others or get, I guess, interested in somebody else or whatever at school. But I had already built such a connection with my bird from all the months that we had kind of like hung out together. I would sneak out of my house to go be with him, and just like the intimate connection that we had without actually like have any sexual relations, you know? What time is it? 7. Okay, Google, stop. You know, without any sexual relations or whatever, right? So I had already built that intimate bond with him that I didn't feel the need to seek others or to get curious about others. Like, you know, I was like, okay, you know, good for you. I have a boyfriend, you know, thanks, but no thanks. I have a boyfriend. And that was always my thing. And I would always tell like not my coworkers, like in my science class, I had Miss Lewandowski. Miss Lewandowski, she was my environmental science teacher in high school, right? Senior year. And Miss Lewandowski, she was so cool. Like, because I was like kind of like a nerdy girl, like I'm telling you. Like, I was interested in school at this point, and I was interested in making good grades and just kind of focusing on my studies. And like I'm telling you, like I didn't have any friends. So Miss Lewandowski, like, she would always talk about science, but she was like a nerdy girl herself. You know, she's like, yeah, like you should read this book. And I would buy the books that she would recommend. Like one of them was called The Omnivore's Dilemma. And it was just basically talking about like big businesses, big corporations, or just like food that's not good for us. You know, the red dye is red 40, you know, blue 80 or whatever. And how everything is bad for us. Our carbon footprint that we leave on this earth is bigger than we know. Just because we take it from here to the trash doesn't mean it's over for the trash. It's just because like it's out of sight, out of mind for us doesn't mean it's over, you know? So stuff like that. So I grew really close with her, and her class was so fun. Like, she would make it fun, right? Like, all the students would like, woo, we would all kind of hang out. And so, what am I getting to? I would always talk about my boyfriend. Like, I guess because, like, they were getting cool with me, like, the kids in that class. You know, like, hey, Simone, like...
Something went wrong. Try again in a few seconds.
What? Okay. So, at this point, we're in the end of the year, right? Gina, I love you! At this point, it's going to become the end of the year. Hold on, my little silicone pad. Hold on. Where's my little silicone pad? You got this, girl. I'll take it. Okay. Okay, girl, where did I leave off? That was my birdie over there talking to me. So during this time of the year, girl, I'm using Fenty and my little silicone pad. A little bit. So, okay, girl, by this time, it's already like, what are we in? We're in like April 2011. So April 2011, still writing to my bird. You know what I mean? Being a lone wolf at school. You know, my mom and, you know, her husband fighting up and down. Me and my little sister, Sydney. Oh, by this time, you know, I had my little Neon. So my first car was a silver Dodge Neon, girl. And I had a Hello Kitty car. It was like Hello Kitty up and down, girl. Steering wheel and Hello Kitty, like, floor mats and just Hello Kitty, everything, you know? As much as I can get, right? As much as I can get. So this time my Brady's working. He's working at Taco Tote, collecting his coin. He had already been working for a couple of months now, enough to buy a ticket, a Greyhound bus ticket to visit me. And so that was it. My Brady was gonna visit me in a few months or whatever. You know, I had my little Dodge Neon car. Let me remember. I had my little Dodge Neon car. Let me remember. Hold on. Dodge Neon car. Oh. And by this time, girl, I had already worked before in the past here in El Paso. I'm going to kind of like put a pin in that conversation, okay? So we're going to start off with another conversation very quickly. So when I was 15, girl, I was like a little like scene kid. Remember, I was like a scene kid with my hair, my shoes, and my outfits and all that stuff. But anyway, I applied at Zoomies at the mall. I was 15, girl. And nobody ever ID'd me or checked me. They got my info. I put the application, the paper application. But girl, did they do like any kind of checks to see how old I really was? They did not. So I was working at Zoomies when I was 15 years old, girl, collecting my like little paychecks or whatever at the mall. And nobody knew, girl. Nobody knew. Like even like the boss, she's like, "You look really young." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks." Like, okay. And that was it. And I was like, they never found out. Anyway, so I worked as a 15-year-old person. But that job, I only stayed there a few months because my mom didn't want to take me anymore. And it was far, girl. And I would walk sometimes to work. But I'm like, no, my mom would be like, "No, I'm not going to take you to work today." Try to like be mean whenever we would argue. And so I couldn't keep it. But anyway, okay, so go back. So I've already kind of like had jobs and worked. So at this point now, I wanted to get a job. So pictures of Bird and Simone on Discord. Yes, baby girl, 26 votes. Girl, yes, I will. I just have to do it, girl. I feel so behind. Like I feel so behind on my stuff. Like on my socials, on the Discord, I feel very behind. But not only that, girl, but I feel like starting in August, I'm gonna get really busy because I'm joining a Bible study on Thursdays. I'm joining a Bible study on Thursdays after work, and I'm contributing to help with the adult catechism classes on Sundays after Mass. So I'm going to be busy on Thursdays and Sundays. I'm incorporating my TikTok subscriptions on Saturday at 11 live. So that's Saturday at 11. And then keeping up with my own Bible study on Wednesdays with you guys. And that's pretty much it, girl. So Sunday, I have my Mass. I have the class. Chill out with my Bird. And then, you know, do house chores. Do my self-care. You know, meal prep, meal plan. Do whatever. Hit the gym. Mondays work. Because, girl, I don't work. Come out of work, and then after work, spend time with my Birdie in the afternoon, girl. Because I value my Bird time so much, girl. If I know he's here, I will not plan anything. Like, I will work around his schedule because I value our time so much. But anyway, Tuesday, same thing. Work, prep for my Bible study, like read whatever I have to read for our Bible study, you and me. And then Wednesday, actually have the Bible study after work or whatever. And then Thursday, do my Bible study at my church. And then Friday, kind of relax. You know, just kind of like, whoo, it's Friday finally. And then Saturday, do the same thing, like, you know, clean my area, do my laundry, do clothes, clean the bathroom, shop around if I want to, girl, make my TikTok videos. And then Sunday all over again. So my week is getting kind of busy. But anyway, to go back. So, girl, I had my little Dodge Neon car, and my sister, she was 10, and I was like, "Where do you want to go, girl?" 'Cause I didn't have any money, but I wanted to get us out of the house and have fun, right? Me and my little sister, Sydney, you know, we're super close. But I would take her to the library, girl. We would take my little car, and girl, it was so funny because I didn't have enough gas money or whatever. Like, I would have my whatever money my mom got me. Oh, well, hold on. So, yeah, so I would have money, whatever money my mom got me. So we would be driving to the library, and at the stoplight, I would turn down the windows. I would open the windows and we would get like fresh air, like, because I had heard at the time that if you leave your AC on, it wastes gas. A little. Anyway, so at every stoplight, girl, I would turn the windows down. We would get fresh breeze, and they're like, "Okay, we're driving. Okay, windows up." So we would go, I would take her to the library because it was free, and I got her her little library card, and and she would pick out her books, and we would go with books or with DVDs. You could rent back in the day, right? You could rent like DVDs and rent like movies, and so we would just have a good time. Me and my little sister Sydney, she was 10 or 11, and my little sister Lauren was already a little baby. She was born, she was already a baby, and so after school, after school, I would go to the lady that would take care of her name. Well, Lauren, as a baby, we call her with us. So when I say with us, I'm referring to Lauren. But after school, I would go pick up with us. I would put her in her little seat, you know, and then go home. And then Sydney would walk home or get the bus dropped off, like kind of like in our neighborhood, and she would walk. And then I remember like I would have to like make them food or whatever, and then just kind of like hang out until my mom got home. With the kids or with them or whatever, and then yeah, like just wash dishes, because my mom would force me to wash dishes, like, you're washing it, like, okay, fine, whatever, wash dishes. But then I was so excited because after, you know, I would wash my dishes, like I would not be out of my room because I was talking to my birdie because it was 9 o'clock. So remember, 9 o'clock was when you get the free minutes, girl, remember. So so I'm like, okay, doing the dishes now, so you guys can leave me alone so I can talk to my bird, right? So I did what I had to do. I was a good kid at this point or whatever, but my mom and I, like, she has a coraje, girl, so I will not yell at myself, shoot. Anyway, Besties, first sub live. Yes, so Besties, this first sub live will be this Saturday at 11 a.m. And on August 3rd is when we have our coffee and chat. The coffee and chat is going to be at 9 a.m. Mountain Time, and I'm going to create a Zoom link for us to just hang out, girl. You know, we can have some talking points. I can have some note cards, girl. Some note cards. Okay, girls, we're here. Everyone, to have your coffees, have your note cards or your questions ready so we can like ask each other stuff. You know, keep the conversations going. So that's gonna be on August 3rd, girl. Mark your calendars, August 3rd. And then this Saturday, I'm having my first live subscription only live. Yeah, on Saturday at 11 a.m. So be there, girl. Be there. It'll be fun. I'm gonna be creating my junkie items. You can check out my charms. You know, you can see how I do it. We can walk step by step through the process, and we can talk about other fun stuff if you want. But anyway, where did I leave off at, girl? Where did I leave off at, girl? Bestie! Girl, grab your waters, grab your coffees. Then Nasia, hello. I'm from El Paso, Texas. Okay, so where did I leave off, sweet angel girl? I'm gonna use a new beauty blender for my blushy blush. Calling at 9. Oh yeah. So yeah, girl. Lauren and I, also the little one with us, right? She's a little baby. She's not even 1 yet. Her and I are like this also, very close, because I would pick her up from school, or I'm sorry, from daycare. You know, I would like make her little food and spend time with her and give her huggies and loveys. So her and I are very, very close. Like the one now that I'm telling you that my mom's holding her hostage. Like, no, you can't visit your sisters. You can't talk to them. You can't visit them. Because she's trying to like drive a wedge between us. Because me and Sydney tell Lauren, like, you have to keep your mind strong, mama. Because mom's not very nice sometimes, you know. And my mom doesn't like to hear that. She's like, no. She's the F up. Like, no, it's you, lady. But anyway, I digress. So I knew I needed to get a job. I was like, okay, this is already enough. I have my car, you know, and my mom was like, okay. She's like, you got this car. You're going to have to get yourself, you know, car insurance and get yourself a job. I was like, girl, shoot, I'm already like ahead of you. So I was putting in applications. So across the street where I lived was Wiregrass Ranch Mall. It was like an outdoorsy mall. So, girl, I had no problem, like, looking for my job or whatever. So I went, me and Sydney, remember Sydney's like 10 or 11. Me and Sydney were putting in those paper applications. Like, I would walk by, like, are you hiring? Are you hiring? Like, yes, we're hiring. Like, oh, okay, like, paper application. They would give me paper applications, right? So I'm using the Rose Romance by Milani, Blushy Blush. And, so I was putting in different places, you know. My sister, she's like, you should put an application here, sis, or here, Moni, because they called me Moni when I was a little girl. We're all little. My nose is so congested. Moni. She's like, yeah, Moni, you should put an application here. I was like, okay. And it was Justice. Remember Justice, the clothing store for girls? It was like limited to back in the day when we were younger, but they called it Justice. Oh, look at, like, my eyes getting all watery. So I put an application there, and right away they're like, oh, you know, we're looking, like, oh, okay. And they asked me if I can come in for an interview right away, like the next couple of days. So yeah, girl, best believe I walked over, or I drove over, I don't remember. Because I remember sometimes I would walk over, or maybe I'm getting the timeline wrong. Maybe I got my job first because I would walk over, and then eventually I earned enough to like help with my car situation. So I think that's how it happened. But anyway, I worked at Justice clothing store for girls, and I had my little car, had my little coins. And it was already almost time for my birdie to get here, right? Almost time for us to graduate, or for me to graduate high school, and for my birdie to come visit me. So it's almost the end of the year, right? April time, and that's when like prom is happening, girls. So I have to remember that I'm a senior in high school, okay? I'm a senior in high school at this point. Everyone's talking about prom. What are we doing for prom? What's gonna happen for prom? And I didn't really have that many friends. I was like, oh, I don't have any friends. Like, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? So because my science class was so cool, and like we would actually open up like a lot of the kids, because the teacher was just so fun, and she kind of like made everything so interactive that we were forced to kind of talk to each other, and in a sense we were forced to like open up and laugh, you know, and like have fun together. So we had a really good time in that class with Miss Lewandowski. I wonder if she's still there, girl. She was a young teacher, and she was just so fun. But anyway, Miss Lewandowski, like at a certain point, or the kids were talking about like, oh yeah, we're gonna rent a limo, we're gonna like, who's going with who, and I jumped on the bandwagon real quick. I was like, oh, I want to join you guys, like, can I join, you know? And they're like, yeah, okay, cool, like you just have to like put in for the limo or whatever, like we all are. I'm like, that's cool, I'm like, okay. So yeah, girls, so I started jumping on their bandwagon. Like for senior ditch day, they were planning senior ditch day. They were doing like, at school, they had like senior breakfast. So all these like fun activities, right? That was like, oh, I don't want to be like friendless, like for these parts. So, you know, because I already kind of had a connection with them, I was like, okay, like, you know, I'll hang out with you guys. So yeah, sure enough, like prom came, girl, and I got my little dress. I had ordered it from online. And I helped put in for the limo and all the stuff, right? And girl, let me tell you something. My birdie was not happy about it at all. Like, I don't think he believed me, or I don't know what, but he didn't like believe me. He's like, yeah, okay, well, yeah, whatever. Like, okay, whatever. And I'm like, I'm gonna go to my prom. Like, I'm gonna go. Like, I'm not gonna miss it. And I don't know why or whatever, but is he gonna come in? Oh. But he was like kind of jealous. He's like, you better not be going with anyone. And I'm lying. I'm like, I'm not going with anyone. I'm going with my friends, you know? And it was guys and girls. It was like, like maybe like 5 boys and 5 girls. And they had their friends, right? So it was like a big group. So my mom, like, I got all gorgeous or whatever. And my mom, I told her, it's going to be here. It's going to be here. Can you drop me off or can you take me? So yeah, she took me. She took me, and she wanted pictures. She's like, oh, I'm gonna get pictures. So there's pictures of me. We're all lined up, all the parents and like all the kids, like all lined up, all the girls in their dresses, like from shortest to tallest, and the boys, and in front of the limo. And my mom, she was like, let me get you in front of the limo. But she told some boy, well, not some boy, he was my friend Brandon Burgos. She's like, come over here, get in front. And he's like, okay. Like, he didn't have a date either, right? So he's like, okay, whatever. And so we took a picture, like not close, but like in front of the limo or whatever, like just taking pictures. And so yeah, we all got in, like, yeah, we're gonna have fun, woo, you know. So yeah, we go to the prom, you know. It was at like a hotel motel, not a motel, but like a hotel, like, you know, area where they have like the bashes, like the party bashes or whatever. And so, girl, that was a fun day. Like, we weren't bad. Like, I wasn't bad. You know, I didn't do anything bad, girl. But my group of friends, like one friend, that's when I found out. I was like, oh, you're the plug, you know? Because I was such a good girl, I had no idea. Like, I had no clue or whatever. Because I would only see them for that for that science class. And then, after the science class was over or whatever, I would be back to like being a loner or whatever, right? So I'm using a new beauty blender, or not new, but like washed, that I've had put away, because the other ones I washed them, so they're over there in the kitchen like drying or whatever. But okay, where did I leave off? So I had my little car, taking my sister, you know, whenever we can, picking up the little one, having a super close bond with the little one. You know, my mom and I were like, okay, we're on good terms, so to speak. I had my job at Justice, had my birdie. Okay, so it's prom. You know, I had a fun night, but let me tell you something. I found out a few things. One of my friends, a boy, was, you know, would distribute some gardening tools. You know, and I'm like, oh, little poo head, you know. And in the crowd, woo, you just like start like smelling some stuff happening, like what is going on, you know what I mean? And so I'm totally innocent, girl. Like I had already participated in like the good greenery, but this was already when I was a freshman in high school. So freshman, I'm telling you, freshman I did stuff. Sophomore year I did stuff, but junior and senior year I had turned my life around. I was like, no, not for me. Like I'm trying to stay focused in my studies because I want to graduate. So it had already been at least 2 years that I was like a good girl, whatever, and like being to myself, being very like shy and kind of like, you know. And so when I saw that, I was like, girl, like, all right, like I see you, I hear you. So that was that, you know. Okay, cool. Like things are uncovering, and my birdie is blowing up my phone. Blowing me up, girl. He was blowing me up. And he kept calling me. He's like, Bird. Or not Bird, but like Bugs. Like, what are you doing? How do I know you're not with some guy? I'm like, babe, can you stop? And then, like, I would literally have to, like, leave the hall and go to, like, inside a literal hall. Like, leave the actual, like, party hall and go to a hallway and be like, what's going on? Like, well, it's because I don't know. Like, I don't feel like you're being honest with me. I'm like, Bird, like, I'm trying to have a good time. Like, leave me alone. Right? And then clicks, we would hang up. Okay. And then going back out there. Right? We had like a little area to take off our shoes, you know, just to have a good time, you know? And then again, my phone ringing, phone texting, ringing, texting. I'm like, what the shit, bro? Like, Bird? Like, leave me alone. Like, what's up with that? Like, calling me and texting me, girl. And it's not over, okay? Ah, my nose is so itchy. It's so annoying. So by this point or whatever, it was almost the end of the night, and we had rented a hotel between all of us, girl. It was like at least like 7 people, I'm gonna say. And my mom let me go. She's like, okay, you know, because I had the money for the limo and for the hotel, motel, whatever. So we stayed in a hotel motel, like we drove. Like my main friend, her name was Chelsea. She was the one I would really hang out with. Her name was Chelsea. I would hang out with her like wherever because she had a car, right? And she was like more independent in that way. What am I doing? What's the next step? Oh yeah, concealer. Okay. I'm getting like off subject. What time is it? It's almost time for prayer. I need my concealer. So we had gotten a hotel or whatever, right? And we were like hanging out, like all the party goers were all hanging out outside for a while, just chillaxing. And by this point, girl, like my friends are all hanging out, like talking, like outside the car, inside the car, just hanging out, like cars driving. And I'm on my phone, like I'm literally glued to my phone. And my bird is like telling me, like, I can't trust you, I can't believe you. Like, why would you go without me? Or why would you celebrate? Like, why would you do that? I'm like, what do you mean, bro? I'm like, it's my senior year. Like, I'm not gonna not go. Like, what you mean, you know? I was like, I'm not doing anything bad. I'm having a good time with my friends. Like, leave me alone. Like, stop being so freaking annoying, you know? Like, I'm sure it's happened to you girls, you know? Had Birdman shook. Yeah, girl, he was shooketh the house. He was shooketh the house, honey, girl. Like, bad. I was like, and it was already to a point where we had gone to the hotel and, like, we were having a good time. And, girl, we were having a good time or whatever. And of course, like, there was beds and I laid and I was hanging out with my friend Chelsea. But, of course, there's, like, boys and, like, the boys are outside. I'm like, what are the boys doing? And girl, I found out they were, right? They were doing the good or whatever. And so eventually, you know, they rolled like some fat ones or for the girls, like, here girls, like, we're gonna be over here, you girls do your thing. We're like, whoa, like, or at least me, I was like, oh snap, you know. But girl, that's I partook. I did partake. Anyway, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, my birdie was blowing up my phone to a point where it was annoying. I was like, I'm gonna break up with you if you don't stop, because I don't want to be mean and like keep ignoring your calls. But you need to like relax. Like, I'm obviously answering your calls, I'm answering your texts. I can't have a good time and I can't be in the moment and present if you're blowing up my phone. And girls, like, you know, like, if your guy loves you, you were a rebel, Diana. I was a rebel, girl. Okay, let me get my beauty blenders wet. Hold on. So I have new beauty blenders, and my face is like less caked. I can totally tell. Like, my face is like less packed on with makeup because of the beauty blenders, girl. So, cause I was like, oh, I said I was gonna wash my makeup brushes, girl. I didn't wash my makeup brushes, but I did wash my beauty blenders. But these are all other ones that I had stored away that I busted out that I need to use as well. Cause I was like, girl, I have this stuff, fun stuff, and I have to use it, girl. Like, it doesn't make sense to have your shiz but not use it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, girl, I'm gonna use it anyway. Let me get these wet. I'll be right back. Okay. No way. You were super jealous? Nicole, girl, you were birdie. You were shook. You were my bird. Yeah, girl. So my birdie was blowing up my phone. Ah, Christina, thank you so much. My birdie was blowing up my phone. Just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, I'm like, bro, like, chill the heck out. Like, I can't have fun. Anyway, so yeah, girl, that was like the most stressed out, annoying time in the world. Erica, thank you so much, baby girl. I love you. That was the most stressful time and annoying moment in the whole entire world, because I hadn't seen that side of my bird, and I was like, if you don't stop, I'm gonna break up with you, because I can't live like this. You know, it's horrible. Anyway, so yeah, girl, so we ended up, you know, just getting real baked. And yeah, girl, fell asleep, knocked out, woke up the next morning. You know, my friend Chelsea, she's like, girl, you ready to go? I'll take you. Like, yeah, girl, let's go. And so, yeah, she dropped me off. I don't know. I had my own car. I don't know why the heck she was driving me around. Deidre! But yeah, girl. I guess because Florida's kind of big, and I kind of got scared because we went to, like, another new... It's because Florida, or in the part that I lived at, it's almost like where kind of like, Destiny lives, I think. Where it's like little cities kind of in like a metropolitan area, if that makes sense. Like little city, little city, little city, little city, little city. And like we would travel like to little cities like all the time to get to where we had to go. But anyway. Yeah, the next day I finally unblocked Bird. I finally unblocked him, you know, a million calls later and the whole thing. No, I didn't unblock him. I just kind of like turned my phone off or whatever. But I went home, you know, how was it? When my mom asked, oh, it was good. And so that was party time excellent. You know, the next day or 2 days later, you know, we did our senior walk or our walk. Oh. Well, there's so many other things that we did, girl. Like, if you guys want to talk about like that stuff, there was senior ditch day. Same group of friends. We went to the beach. There's like a picture of us. I'll post it later. Senior ditch day, went to the beach. Another day we had senior breakfast. You know, they took us to a fancy schmancy place, and we dressed nice, and they fed us. It was fun, girl. It was super fun stuff. And so yeah, I'm glad and grateful that I had, you know, my group of friends that I got to know, you know, better later on in the year. You know, and they accepted me with open arms, girl. They were like a really fun group, a balance of girls and boys. So it wasn't like catty or bratty or weird. Like, everyone was friends with each other, and that's what I liked. Like, it wasn't just a group of girls, you know. Like, in case the girls were acting crazy, like the guys are like, girl, like, just, you know, Chelsea's being weird right now, so just leave her alone. Like, okay. Like, okay. You know, or whatever the case was, right? That's not real. I'm just like putting it for an example. But yeah, so then I graduated. I got my diploma. And girl, my birdie was getting ready to come, like in a week from me graduating high school. On his side, he tells me that his mom was kind of like, are you sure you want to go? Like, how do I know you're going to come back? You know, because my birdie was like a little rebel, and he's like, I booked a Greyhound ticket, Mom. I'm going to go visit this girl I've been talking to. You can only imagine, like, as a mother, you're like, what do you mean you're leaving to another state in a Greyhound bus? Like, yep, I have my ticket. Girl, and he really did have his ticket, because remember, I paid online because my birdie doesn't know how to work a computer to save his life. With the money that he had been saving from working, right? His first job at Tacotote. And my mom, I don't know if she didn't think I was serious or we were serious, but one day, the day came where my birdie was gonna arrive. And so Sydney, you know, she's a little girl. I was like, Sydney, get in the car. We're gonna go pick him up. She's like, okay. And by this point, girl, like my birdie and I had already been sending each other like love letters and gifts. And he had given me his old Wu-Tang shirt that didn't fit him. Right, because my birdie likes Wu-Tang. So, girl, I had my Wu-Tang shirt on. Girl, it's time for... all these people are trying to join. Like, I don't know you. Let me go ahead and get my birdie so we can do a prayer. Birdie, time for prayer. Who called you back? I have to kick it into overdrive, girl. I'm talking and I'm not going fast enough.
Oh, hello.
Oh, you're looking down here?
Yeah, I'm used to it being down there.
Yeah.
Great day, everybody.
Glorious day, girls.
Glorious days, ladies.
Yes.
Buenos dias. Okay, we're here for our morning prayer.
I'm telling you the second half of our story, our love story.
Our love
But
story.
it's quite long. I haven't gotten to the point where you got to where you went to Florida. I'm just getting there.
Ooh, that's very like the first 3 months.
No, it's not.
The first year.
Yeah.
Year. Okay. Okay, ready, baby?
Yes, Brady. Do you want to lead us into prayer, or shall I?
You can lead it. I can start it, and you can continue.
Okay.
Okay. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Heavenly Father, glorious day today. I'm here to thank you for the blessings that that come our way into my life, into our life as a family every single day. I'm still learning and understanding that as the days pass by, as I get older and wiser, all the things that happen in life that happen to me are for a reason, or for me to grow, for me to expand my mind, my heart, to understand. I'm hoping and praying this morning for that same knowledge and understanding for everybody else in my family, close friends, people listening to my voice at this moment. For everybody to bless them, Lord. I'm asking you to bless everybody, to help them, to help everybody, to guide everybody, to lead everybody out of temptation and deliver it into the goodness of the world, into becoming better better Catholics, better people, better human beings, better brothers and sisters. Every single day is a blessing, so I can't thank you enough. In Jesus' name, I prayed this morning.
Thank you, Brady. Dear God, thank you for another opportunity. Thank you for allowing me to stay busy. Thank you for the positive things that are entering into my life. Bible study. Thank you for the friends that I'm gaining. The long list, the number of best friends that I have are such a blessing to me, God. Thank you for allowing me to have a job that pays me to keep providing for my family. Thank you for the use of my arms and legs and my body parts and my physical health that I take for granted every day. I just want to ask God that you continue to lead us in the right direction. Continue to steer our minds in a clear, one-way direction for goodness and greatness. And sometimes when we go into a different path that you're kind of like, why are you taking that path? Allow us to, even though it might be thorny and like, why did I go down this path? To still go into the right, to still lead into the good path that, allow us to find a way back in. As long as we continue to seek you, I know that we will find you. As long as we continue to discover and learn more of you, that we spread your word and spread your love to others. That's the goal. And like I say, God, and like I told you today, earlier, and yesterday, I know my responsibility is not just to have a relationship with you, but to allow others to plant the seed for others to have a relationship with you too. That's what our goal is. I love you, God. Thank you for providing for me again today. And whatever blessings come my way today, I am thankful. Whatever happens today, I am thankful. Whatever doesn't go my way, God, I know there's a bigger plan and a bigger picture that I don't understand. So I'll continue to just be hopeful for the next day. I love you. I'll leave a moment of silence for my besties to put in something that they want to pray for this morning. Alrighty, in Jesus' name I pray this today and every day. Amen.
Amen. In the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yay! Oh no, it might end.
What happened?
It's because I have to verify my identity at a certain point.
Okay.
And sometimes if I take a long time, it ends. There we go.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Okay, girls, so I'm gonna have to really kick into overdrive.
Mind right.
What were we gonna say, Brady?
No, just I was just gonna say, let's get our mind right. Tune in every single day that we wake up. Like, okay, it's a new, fresh start. We're here.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental. Take care of your family. Check in. Check in with that one person that like. And you see how that person's doing. How my friend or my sibling, a brother and sister are doing, or parent. If you feel like something's wrong or something, like, listen to your heart, listen to your mind, and just be like, hey, shoot text, hey, how are you? How's it going? Because I'm saying it as in, by doing that, like, you're allowing yourself to be loving, to be compassionate towards others. Like, let's not just be selfish, just care about us, but also care about our close ones, and show them that we're there, and just hopefully we can support each other.
Yeah.
Bless each other's life.
My bird. Yay, Marianne.
Amen.
Amen.
Give me no more. I'm gonna go.
Thanks, Birdie. You're the best. You're the best ever. My bird. I'm telling you my love story. You wanna chime in at any point? Yeah. Birdie, okay, come over here. I wanna have a bone to pick with you.
Let me get a coffee.
Okay, get a coffee and then I'm gonna pick it. Pick your bone. Yeah, I'm gonna get your bone. Every time my Birdie and I wanna start an argument.
You're inviting me?
Yeah, I'm inviting you to start fighting. I'm just kidding.
It's that time of the day.
I know. My alarm went off to start making you mad. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, but we always say like that to each other, like when we text each other or like when we see each other, like, Bird, I have a bone to pick with you. Like, what? Like, I guess it's like a good segue. Like, I'm upset with you, so I'm gonna get mad. So get ready. Get ready. Get your fighting gloves on. Okay. Yeah, so I noticed that because my beauty blenders are not packed with makeup, that my bead came out like less beady. It's less beady, girl. I guess we'll see how I like it. Because I like a full face bead, girl. This little light bead I'm not used to. Birdie! Get over here. I'm almost gonna have to leave. So, Bird.
I'm back.
I was telling them how for my prom, you were blowing up my phone.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
And you made it like really horrible that night.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, why did you do that? It's all 14 years later. Why did you?
I wasn't like totally blowing up your phone.
Yes, you were. I even told you that if you kept calling me, I was gonna break up with you.
Well,
I even turned my phone off. Remember?
Well, to begin with, we were in high school.
Yeah, we were in high school.
We were about 17 and 18-ish.
Yes.
So during those years, of course, we're young and we're getting to know each other. So of course, I was jelly. I was jealous, and not only that, but I wasn't doing any prom or anything, and I knew that prom night. Everybody knows prom night. Everybody know, you've seen it from. You hear about it when you're in middle school and high school. Like that's the night.
That's the night.
That's the night to party up and to do your thing with your boyfriend, girlfriend, because it's prom. We all know what goes down. Going to the Makeout Hill and all that.
Makeout Hill.
After the prom. And obviously, I mean, I'm over here in El Paso. Well, she was all the way out there in Florida, so I don't know. I guess my mind was running wild. Like, who is she with? Like,
I told you I went with my group of friends.
People don't go to prom. You don't go to prom by yourself. You get asked to go to prom.
You don't get asked. You can go with your friends, Bird. Anyway, yeah.
And I hadn't seen her. I hadn't seen you for like a year.
Yeah, he hadn't seen me. We hadn't seen each other, girl. Because we're in high school, remember?
So in my head, in my mind, I'm like, oh no, it's someone's sweeping her up off her feet.
Yeah, he thought he was gonna lose me.
And someone's trying to.
A little bit. Don't play it down, Birdie. I know Noel's like, don't play it down. I'm like, you didn't pull me up a little bit.
I wasn't that wild, but I was like, oh, like what's she doing? And it's that night, and she's probably dancing, and then she's probably gonna go to after party, and then she'll tell me like, oh, we're gonna go to the beach. I go beach in the night, like my mind was just.
We didn't go to the beach in the night. We went to the beach during the day.
I don't know.
Oh, I think we did go to the beach at night.
Yeah, like a party or something like that.
It wasn't a party.
Florida.
We just walked, like to get some fresh breeze.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What did they come and say?
I don't know, but yeah. So that was that girl. I was gonna have another. Oh, so what did you think, Birdie? Okay. So I haven't told him yet about when I picked you up, but I was barely getting to the day that I picked you up from the Greyhound and the bus. That I wore my Wu-Tang shirt.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I wore my Wu-Tang shirt that you had gifted me or gave me in one of my boxes.
Mm-hmm.
My birdie. How did you think?
Long time ago.
How did you think when you saw me, Bird? When I picked you up?
I was happy. I was excited because I took my backpack. I was gonna stay there like a whole month.
Yeah. So
month or 2 months.
he was gonna stay there for a whole month or two.
So I took like a good little suitcase with some clothes and shoes and stuff.
So before we talk about that, I remember that your mom's boyfriend, he had taken you to get a suitcase because you didn't have one, remember?
Yeah. So we were long distance for a whole year.
Yeah, we were long distance. Yeah, so
Yeah.
your mom, I guess, couldn't believe that you were leaving. She was like, "Pero cómo? Y vas a regresar y all this stuff, right?"
It's because I was born and raised here. I've never really traveled anywhere. So when she saw that I was serious about a girl, enough for me to save up a couple of months worth of working to save up, because I had a little bank account. I was just putting
Your debit card.
all my direct deposit in there and saved a couple thousand to go spend, to go hang out. My mom realized, like, what is he doing? Like, he's taking his stuff, he's taking his money. Like, I told him I'm gonna stay with her a couple of months. And she was iffy, like, oh, is he even gonna come back? Like, she thought I was gonna, like, run away,
How
I guess.
old are you?
Stay over there. Like, 17.
You're 17, yeah.
Like, 17. And I bought my bus ticket, a Greyhound. And yeah,
And he got...
my mom's boyfriend at the time, Aranda, shout out to Aranda. He pretty much helped me out, get my suitcase and drove me around. So at that point I didn't even have a car. I was just riding around in a skateboard.
My birdie didn't have a car, remember? So we're young. But I'm sweating.
Skateboard.
Can you turn the fan on?
Yeah.
I'm sweating profusely.
So finally, yeah, I pretty much gathered my stuff and I went. But the Greyhound, the Greyhound trip from El Paso to Florida was like 13 hours. Like, I guess like half a day. So you know how it is in the bus, you get all sticky, all sweaty, and all smelly and all that. So finally when I got there.
Hold on, can I pause really quick?
Yeah.
Because you had missed the first pickup. You were supposed to have been there at a certain time and you guys missed it. So you guys had to wait like a few hours. Why is your eye so red? Let me see your eye. Turn to the other side. This side of your eye. Turn this way. Right here is very red. Did you hurt yourself?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Do you see it? Look here. Let me give you a mirror. It's super red. Like you bursted a vessel. Anyway.
I didn't notice that.
You had missed the first pickup. So you guys had to wait there for like an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. I know, I see it. I told you. It's very red. Does it hurt?
I don't know. Hadn't noticed.
Does it hurt you?
No. Yeah, I don't remember that. The waiting, I don't remember that.
So you guys had waited with Aranda. Like you guys had waited, like sitting there.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's because in the Greyhound bus, the one that I got was supposed to leave like 11 in the night. And then once we got there, I had already bought the tickets like that day, but earlier that day. Like
I thought you had bought them months ago. Because I bought them.
Maybe this was like 14 years ago. I don't remember the details.
Apologies.
I bought the tickets before, like a day or hours before, and then it was supposed to leave like in the night, like 10 or 11 in the night, to arrive over there the next day during the morning or something like that. And it didn't. I guess something happened to the bus. It got delayed. The bus didn't make it all the way through, or it was too full. I don't know what happened. That they told us, oh, you guys are gonna have to wait for the next bus. So practically we had to wait in the station till like 4 in the morning.
Oh snap!
And my mom and her boyfriend they're pretty much hanging out waiting with me.
My birdie, you were waiting at the bus station for me. So you're on the bus
to leave. My mom didn't want to leave me. I told him like I'll just get on whenever it's ready. Like you guys go ahead and leave. And my mom being my mom, she didn't want to leave. She's like, we're gonna stay here. We're gonna go with you.
Aww.
I mean, we're gonna stay with you. And yeah, they pretty much stayed. And yeah, I left. But when I arrived to Florida, all those stinky, smelly. So I just went to the restroom and I did some soap and some water, and I had my toothpaste, brushed my teeth. I was like, I'm gonna see her. Like I haven't seen her in a whole year. So I was nervous.
Yeah, we hadn't seen each other, girl, for a whole year. And so yeah, sure enough, like I come up and I don't know how we see each other, and yeah, he goes up to me and he gives me a big hug and a kiss. And same thing, I give him a hug and a kiss, like birdie.
Because we hadn't seen each other, but we were communicating the whole time.
Yeah.
We were texting every day. We were calling each other every day, writing letters to each other, sending each other stuff.
Yeah, I remember you sent me that Baker bracelet that you had when you were a little skater boy. I still have it. Yeah, so little things, little trinkets.
People are asking if we have pictures from us back then.
Yeah, we have pictures.
I have that one picture where we were super young.
Yeah, you have it on your phone?
Yeah.
You want to show it? Okay, so what was I gonna say? Yeah, so my birdie. Okay, so let me tell you something. My birdie comes from very humble beginnings. Basically meaning, or what I'm trying to say is, his mom and his family never ate out. They never ate out, never had drive-through. His mom would cook. And so, you know, when I picked him up, you know, in my little neon with Sydney, because he had met Sydney for the first time. She was a little girl. Like, how old is she? Like 10 or 11?
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. But I want to bring it up. Yeah, that was the day I met Sid. And she was so little, babe. She was barely 8 years old.
She was 8?
She was 8 or 9 years
Little
old.
Sydney, yeah.
And she was just a tiny little girl.
Little girl. And Lauren, how old was Lauren when you met Lauren?
Lauren was a newborn. She was barely Lauren was months old.
Lauren was months.
Literally like 9 months old when I met her.
Yeah.
Because Lauren was born in October and we met the following April. So just like half a year. But yeah, so I pretty much know her all her life.
All her life, yeah.
And they're so little, and I had the reason of me going over was because Simone's mom realized that we were stubborn.
That we were stubborn.
That we're stubborn being together, and she was like, she would tell her like, just leave them already. And she saw that we're consistent, so they're like, all right, let's see what this guy's all about. Like, why you guys want to stay together?
Invite him over.
They wanted to meet me to see who I was.
Yeah, my mom and her husband. So I wasn't gonna say, girl. I was gonna say something, but what? A big fat lie. I don't know. Hold on. Let me think. Oh, yeah. So my birdie, so when I picked him up, I'm like, you want to go to Sonic? And he's like, what's that? Besties, my bird had never been to a restaurant, like a drive-through restaurant ever. Like, he didn't even know how to order. Like, what do I get or what do I order? I'm like, what do you mean? How, birdie?
Yeah, it's because my family, we grew up eating home-cooked meals every single day.
Yeah, she cooked every day.
Every day. And my mom's was very strict.
So you're going to show him the picture? Look, that was us young, girl. Can I hold it? Look, can you see it? Oh, there you go. That's me, and that's my bird. With long hair and gauges. That's us. So cool, huh? He looks white. He is white. Do the same face, Brady. Do your Jim Morrison face. No, but you have to look up so you can see your eyes. Yeah. That's him with no hair.
So yes, I had hair.
Yes, I had hair. Oh yeah. No hair here, but hair here.
The hair transferred from the head to the...
Yeah. My bird.
We were just youngsters.
Yeah.
We were youngsters, more skinny, a little. But yeah, I didn't even know I knew what Sonic was, but I had never ordered, especially when you drive up and they go up to you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about they did.
Drop off the food and all that. I don't know.
Yeah, so he's like, what? Like his mind was being blown, like in the first couple of moments that I picked him up. But yeah, we had a good time, and once we were already in Florida, like he saw. What was your experience looking at Florida and being in Florida, baby, from El Paso, Texas?
Going to Florida, being one of my first times traveling. Well, I had gone to California, to LA. I went to Los Angeles when I was 10 years old with my dad. We went for a vacation just to go see Hollywood. He took me to Six Flags at Magic Mountain there at Santa Monica. And so I had seen California before, so I had experienced the ocean when I was young. And I knew I was going to Florida. I knew I was going to see the other side of that ocean, so I was excited for that. And I pretty much when I got to Florida, it was so humid. You can, I was like, wow, what's up with this weather? But it was beautiful. It was so beautiful because everything was so green. It was so nice. Like, I lived my whole life here in the EP. It's all dry. It's all dirt. It's all desert.
Yeah, desert.
Compared to over there, everything was grass. Everywhere you went was grass. Everywhere you went was trees, palm trees. Yeah. Very green, everything was very clean also. Like over here, like they don't take care of the roads too much, you know. I guess it's so much easy to spot, I guess, because it's just no trees and all that. But over there it was just so beautiful to see the scenery, the area, just everything being so new, so different.
Yeah.
So taken care of. Like you can see there's a lot of maintenance going on. Like everybody was always cutting their grass. Everybody was always working on the yard or the construction not construction, but like the people who clean the roads and stuff like that. So it was a great experience being there and being able to see the went to Tampa Bay. We ended up going to Orlando.
Yeah. So my mom.
Very nice experience.
She had met him that day later on because she was working. What did she meet you that day or the next day? That day, obviously, right?
That day, yeah. Just as her boyfriend was a skater boy.
Yeah, my buddy was a skater boy, and that's cool.
Yeah.
We like the same kind of guy, maybe. Anyway. And yeah, so my mom invited us to go to Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, you know, it's summer, the kid, you know, you're visiting. And my sister's little friend, her name was Sierra, she went to go visit too. So Sydney had her little friend.
Mm-hmm.
I had my bird. And we went to Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my birdie.
That very first day that I met her mother. The first day that we got there, but her parents were at work.
Yeah.
It was just her and Sydney, her little sister, and we hung out a couple hours. Then her stepdad came in. He was military, so I met him, introduced myself, we chopped it up a little bit, and then he told us, all right, guys, get ready. We're gonna go meet her mom at the place. She was getting off for work, but she was going straight to
Texas.
And I met her practically at the Texas Roadhouse.
In the
wait area.
Yeah. Oh yeah, in the waiting area.
And I was nervous because I was like literally like my first time going out to eat.
Yeah, it was his first time going out to eat.
Like we sat down and like it was the menus. And believe it or not, even though it was Texas Roadhouse, which is a chill area just to go eat, it's not no fancy dining or anything. I had never had the having a waiter experience. I had never had the sitting down and looking at a menu. And,
yeah.
You know,
and that's one of the reasons why, like, when I had mentioned earlier, like, my birdie doesn't know how to work a computer. Like, it's those little small things that my birdie is very humble with and about. And that's what drives me closer to him. Like, he doesn't, like, that you weren't, like, oh, show offy and I know how to go out to eat and all this stuff. Like, it was a first experience for a lot of things with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I like that. Like, you were just kind of, like, traditional, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you still are traditional in a sense.
It's just the way you're brought up.
Yeah.
Just the way I brought up. My mom's from Durango, Mexico, where obviously there's not a lot of resources. She was raised a certain way. She was raised, you know, wake up early, you get the chores done, you eat what's at home. Like, I've never been picky with my food. Now that I'm older,
yeah,
I'm a little bit, but I've never been picky with food. Like, you eat what's there. You don't get to pick, oh, I want McDonald's today, I want Taco Bell, we never had that growing up.
And not only that, Birdie, but
we had pizza, like, once in a while. Like, special occasions, my dad would buy us Little Caesars. That's the only spot.
But being with you, I really humbled myself because, you know, remember, like, I was very kind of like, and I guess it's my upbringing and our upbringing that, like, no, I can't drink that kind of water and, oh, like that, you know, very, like, sangroncilla in a way. Like,
oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no, like, what?
Like bottled water?
Yeah, like, bottled water only and very, like, no, I'm only going to eat this only. And my bird's like, it's the same thing. Like, what do you mean? Like, or like, name brand. Like, I would only eat, like, name brand stuff. And if it was, like, great value, like, it wasn't good. Kind of, like, stuff, you know? So I was kind of, like, snotty in that way. So when I met my birdie and he's like, humble down, girl. Like, what you mean? It's the same thing.
I mean, to me, I didn't realize how she was.
Yeah, we didn't realize how we were in that sense.
It was more like, I just liked her because I liked her. Because she was beautiful. And because she was nice. And she seems really smart. She was always carrying around her book. She would always be carrying a book. I think at that point you were reading Stephen King. The It book. You know, you always had your little orange juice, like a little orange juice.
I still have my drinks.
And a water.
Yeah.
She always had 2 drinks.
2 drinks. I still do. 2 drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
so, what was your impression of, like, my family or what?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you just saying that?
I've always been open to people. Like, I'm the type of person that I'm very aware since a very young age that we're all human, we're all very different. Like, you know, being brought up the way I was brought up, I realized like everybody's different. Like I knew that I don't want to say poor, but I knew that we're very low income compared to other people who were able to show up during after summer with new cakes and all that, new clothes and all that type of stuff. I was the type of kid that had to reuse stuff or even get things from the Lost and Found or from Salvation Army, you know, Goodwill type of stuff. So being brought up that way really like humbled me down in a way, but not just humbled me down, but like understand that we're all different. Like there's people who have it and there's people who don't. So to me, I never took that as a, oh man, that sucks or anything. It's just like it was what it was, and I was happy. I've always been happy. Like, there's no feeling. I never felt bad for myself. I never felt like, oh, I don't have anything, or oh, help me, like I'm poor or something like that.
Well, help me out. Oh yeah.
From Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I guess going to school and like seeing other people, how people are different, or you know, that people go out to eat, stuff like that. It was nice. It was nice. It was very nice to experience that, to get to do all those things.
Yeah.
As I was growing, I was developing as a man, as a young man. I was learning. I was like, all right, I'm gonna learn how to order myself a meal at a restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn how to,
My bird.
do this, do that.
Yeah. It's really quite an honor. Like whenever you see a young man, you know, for me, you know, I don't have children, but I see my birdie and we've been together for so long growing up. It's very nice to see your, like for me, what I'm trying to say is it's very nice seeing the transition of you becoming a young man to an older man. Like learning things by yourself, learning about car things, you know, the car maintenance and having to do things. Because at a point in our early 20s, you were kind of resentful. You're like, why do parents or why do people have it all? Like, why do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we would kind of go back and forth. I'm like, well, that's the goal. Like, parents provide for their children. Like, that, don't bash them, you know?
Yeah. When things start going south, you know, your car breaks down, or even, you know, not having enough funds for this or for that. Like, yeah, of course, you start seeing other people, their lives develop, and you see yourself at a holdback or having to start working for literally to live, you know, to either pay rent or to buy yourself things. But I mean, we're blessed, and now I realize we're blessed to been able to work for ourselves, and that we're healthy enough to work, to get money for ourselves, to buy ourselves things, to become adults, like young adults at a young age.
Yeah.
And not just lay around and rely on parents or family to support you. Like I just started supporting myself since 16, 17, like boom, start working, start contributing however you can, or if you can, like if you're not helping out at home, you're becoming a burden to the family, like you're not helping out, contributing, then you gotta go do your own thing. And since I wanted to be with Simone, we wanted to be together, do our thing, we have to go out, have to step out and go do our own thing.
Someone's asking, are you proud? Is he proud of you for all the media, besties, and bringing us closer? Question marks.
Yes. Am I proud for you having the social media and all those? Yes, I'm proud. I'm happy. It's nice because we get to express herself. She gets to express herself. She gets to do what she's very good at, makeup, the beautiness. She's always been a glam girl ever since before I even met her. Always doing her makeup, always had her bag. Of course, the style and the technique and what do you call it? Products also have evolved, have gotten more expensive, has gotten better, the technique, or more setting sprays and fans and all these things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I realize that she's worked so hard in it. She has a very good like technique, and it's years and years in the making. It's practice. It's not from one day to another. And
Right.
now that she's able to record herself and post herself and have social media and even having a live right here, because this wasn't available back then.
But I've always been into social media. Like, remember in high school, or I'm sorry, in college, when I was at the dorms, I would do my YouTube videos.
I was gonna say that next. Yeah, you were always about it. So when the opportunity, the chance, and this came up, it hit me by surprise. I was like, that's her style. She's always like taking pictures, posting herself, and pretty much showing the final look of the makeup.
Yeah. So I think my bird pretty much supports it, but I think to answer your question, I feel like he is proud of me because like I told you on Thursday or on Wednesday of last week, my birdie was telling me like, Birdie, you're famous. I'm like, I'm not famous. He's like, but you are. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, you're gonna get even more famous, baby.
Thanks, Bird. And you know what I was thinking of,
A
Birdie?
celeb.
You know what I was thinking of, Birdie? And I was even watching this or hearing about this. I don't know how I was hearing, but me and my page and what I do, I try not to be dramatic or in a sense, drama, fighting. I don't like any of that, right? And I've noticed that drama, fighting, chismes gets the most views, gets the most watch time, like, well, what's going on? Something that we want to know in the chisme and stuff.
Right.
And people grow faster with being dramatic.
Being toxic.
Being toxic. People grow faster. And
Yeah,
for me...
because there's unfortunately, there's so much more people that can relate to that.
And I don't want that.
That's
I rather have a slow progress and a slow, bringing, slow coming up with it being real and authentic and loving and sweetness than being toxic and just talking about others and not being good for the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've had enough toxicity in our younger days. We've had enough negativity, enough fighting, enough chismes.
Yeah.
So now that we're older, we don't need that.
Yeah, we don't need that. So
You don't need that. We're blessed to have the crew that's going on right now.
yeah,
Growing slowly but surely. Getting the right people. Joining. Like, people get to see. People get to experience, feel. Some people might like it for now. Then later on, change their mind, fall off. And that's fine. We're human. We're not here to. We're not like trying to. Oh, please like me or don't like me. Like.
and
We're
like
trying to be, how should I say, you're trying to be genuine.
Yeah.
You're trying to be who you are. This is who we are, like, for real. Like, I'm not faking it.
let me say something, Brady. Let me say something.
What?
I was gonna say, ya se me fue la onda. Hold on. What was I gonna say? Oh, the other day I even asked you, Brady, because I was thinking about it in the car on the way. I don't know where I was coming to or driving to, but I was thinking about it. And you know how there's some people who are like naturally like goody good, like they're like naturally goody good, like they tell their mom everything, their moms and dads, and they're very like like all cutesy with their mom and dad. And for me, the way that you and I grew up, we're pretty much rebels. Like, I'm a rebel at heart. I'm a rebel girl.
Me too.
I've always been a rebel, going against the grain, pushing it to the limit. What can I get away with? I've always been that way. So for me, when my besties or my friends or people who see me on the outside exterior, they're like, oh, she's a goody good. Like, she's a goody good. It's not that I'm a goody good. It's that I'm trying to be a goody good. I'm trying to turn my life around to be, Miss Pris. Even though, but girl, like in real life, shoot, not in real life, but the real authentic, teenage, early 20 me, I'm a rebel girl. And so I asked my Brady the other day, I'm like, Brady, what's your position on being a goody good? And he said the same thing. He's like, I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be a goody good. Huh, Brady? Mm-hmm. What was your response?
What do you mean? What do you mean for that?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
My response, as in me seeing you, thinking that
Not
about being
you.
a goody good and all that.
Not me, you. Like, what did you tell me that day? When I asked you, are you a goody good or are you trying to be a goody good?
I don't remember that, baby.
Oh, okay. I was on our way to church yesterday.
No, I guess like not just because you say goody good, like as in we're good.
It's because the way I describe goody
Like
good.
good people or you're creído. I don't understand the goody good
Okay,
part.
so the goody good part is like a person who does the right thing all the time, naturally. Like afraid of, like, oh, my mom's gonna get mad. Or how can I explain it? Or like doing the right thing all the time. Like, how can I explain it? Like, just not a rebel. Like us, we were rebels. Like, we're gonna do what we want.
Like being a good kid.
Like, be a good kid, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like someone and I mean, her and her household, me and my whole household, like we're pretty much, how she says, rebels. Like we did whatever we wanted. I did whatever I wanted. I had my parents, my mom watching over me, but at the same time, I'm a young guy, man in the street, doing whatever the heck I wanted. And I guess we've always been very curious. So we always did
like not afraid.
We always did whatever we wanted. Like, oh, try this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh, like, let's go over here.
Or even like the drinking. Like I started drinking at like 19.
Started drinking young. Started trying.
Partying, going out. You know, like the things I shouldn't be doing, I was doing, girl. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. Like we did all that back then in the young days. Like we've been through that. We went through that. We did that before we even met, and then when we met, we started doing those things together. But then eventually we fell off. We realized like, we don't need that no more. But we did it for years and years.
So I guess like what I'm trying to say is like the individuals or the people are like, oh, like I can never be like her, or we don't connect because I'm not like her at all. Like we're very different. Like whomever thinks that way.
Because you're being nice.
I just want you to know that I'm trying. Like this is me every day that you see me trying to make the good decisions, trying to be a better person, trying to, you know, do the right thing, have the good thoughts, you know, get to work on time, try to stay organized, try to be on top of the house chores, try to cook more often, try to be on top of my stuff, try to be responsible. You know what I mean? Like I'm actively trying. So when I say, girl, give it your all, I mean it. Like, take it from me.
The people that you guys see in front of you guys today, we worked hard to become who we are today. We worked hard and tried and continue to try. Because like me back then, I've always been like very antisocial. You won't find me on social media because I never even created it. I never liked to be open with people. I never closed off. I never trust. I have very like trust issues with people. I never really trusted people. I never really wanted to get close with people that way. I've always had like the closed circle mentality, but that was the old us. Now we're older. Now we're open-minded, open-hearted. We're evolving. That's what we're saying right now today. The people that we're becoming, you know, becoming better, getting closer with friends, with family, doing prayers here on the live and all that. It is us trying to be better, to be nicer, you know, to get closer with people, to be friendlier, to say, hey, this is who we are, you know, people, we want to make friends, we want to be genuine. We're not pushing people away the way we used to, the way we'd be like,
well, I don't want to push people away, I don't think.
You know what I mean, like being nicer to people.
Yeah.
Because back then,
it
was so easy to just ignore, like.
My Brady was mean.
Like, like, you just be mean about it. Now we're sweeter, now we're more compassionate, more understanding with a lot of people.
Yeah.
We try to be nice.
So I guess like the main point or what I wanted to say was, even though like some besties or some people or whomever thinks like, oh, that girl or that couple, they're goody good, or they, you know, they're trying too hard or whatever, it's us actually trying, like putting in the full intention, the full effort to do the right thing all the time.
Yeah, and it's okay. Like people are always gonna say things, you know. People are always gonna judge, and that's simply because we're all different. And some people don't understand. Like we all come from different points of views. Like you guys have gone through whatever you've gone through, and we've gone through whatever we've gone through. And Simone's doing what she can for fun, and doing the TikTok social media for fun, and people are gonna have their opinions. People are gonna have their thoughts. Think it's trying too hard or not trying hard enough. Like it's all good, guys. It's all cool. People can like it, can love it. People can hate it. I mean, it's your opinion, and hopefully you could just have a positive mentality. Because here on this live on the TikTok, we try to be, you know, good, happy, pray, good for, because there's already so much negativity. There's always so much bad going around. Like once this ends, you're gonna go out through your life, and you're gonna go meet people in the street, or you're gonna go to work, and things are gonna happen your way or not your way. You're gonna get mad, you're gonna get upset. Like we don't need that here on the live.
Thanks, Birdie. You're the best.
We're trying to make it more happy. We're trying to make it more fun, more chill.
Yeah.
And bring happiness and coolness.
So that's pretty much when did you decide to cut your hair off?
Yeah.
Who, me? No, girl. Him?
Well, me, like just a couple years ago.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, because of the thinning of the hair.
So we're getting older, girls.
And older. It's okay. It's life.
Yeah, that's life.
I was telling I was mentioning how sometimes like there's so much like bad negativity going on in the world, like during the life, how we choose to, instead of criticizing and judging and being negative and fighting, we want to be happy, we want to be cheerful, nice,
Oh yeah, girl.
you know, friendly,
Oh yeah, for sure. Shoot.
because there's already enough
I know.
of
I'm
that
tired
other
of.
stuff going
I'm
on.
tired of like people's toxicity.
Yeah, we've done that for so long.
I'm not
like,
gonna let it like bother me anymore. You know,
Exactly.
like if you want to be sad or if you want to be upset with me,
Go
or if
over
you want
there.
to, yeah, go over there.
Go over there with your
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
We're good.
we're good.
Yeah.
You know,
But regardless, positive vibes to everybody, blessings to everybody. Hope everybody stays with the good, positive mental health. That everybody continues to love themselves, to believe in yourself, and if you don't feel that way, ask our Lord and Savior for guidance, for help, to lead you into the right path, and for your happiness, for your own sake, for your own peace,
yeah.
your own happiness, the way we are, because we feel alive.
Well
we
said,
feel
Rudy.
happy. We feel at peace. I just wish the same for everybody else.
Well said, Brady.
That's it. Okay, I'm gonna head out now.
I think me too.
God
We're
bless.
gonna head out now, girls. But
Peace.
I love you so much. This Get Ready With Me was definitely fun. I didn't get to read a lot of comments because you girls wanted to hear, you know, how my Birdie and I got together, girl. We still haven't gotten to the point of Disneyland. We haven't gotten to the point where my Birdie and I... No. Did you witness my mom and I getting into it once? Or almost?
A little bit.
Almost, huh? We'll get into that later. And yeah, girl. And then we have to get into whenever I said, okay, Mom, I'm going back to El Paso. I'm leaving you. And I drove back from Florida back to El Paso in my little neon. We'll talk about that later, girl. But that's the alarm telling me I gotta go, girl. Okay, Google, stop. I wish you girls a good day. Follow me on the Instagrams, girl. Don't forget to follow me on the Instagrams. Remember, this Saturday we're gonna have our subscription only live, doing a junkie items, junkie cases. Don't forget to follow me on the YouTubes, girl. I post all these Get Ready With Me's on YouTube, so find them there. I also have an Amazon girly shop, baby girl, that you can shop most of the items in which I'm wearing, or I love, or that you see, or that you know, you're curious about me, girl. You can find it there. Don't forget to join us on the Discord chat group, girl, to keep the conversations going so we don't lose each other. We keep loving each other and showing each other love. We also have Bible studies on Wednesdays, girl. Bible studies on Wednesdays, girl. So if you're interested in learning more about the Bible, learning more about Jesus, it's there for you, girl. I'm a new person learning, so let's learn together. But anyway, I love you. I hope that's all the things. I hope that's it. There's like so many things going on. Anyway, on August 3rd, we're going to have our coffee and chat at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. I'll post it later, girl. We'll talk about it later. But just mark your calendars right now for August 3rd so you don't come up with any excuses later. I love you. I hope you have a great day, baby girl. I'll see you when I see you. Wait, is there any bubbles? Hold on. There's no more bubbles. You can see it clearly, right? That's okay. We'll just bust out the big guns. You know how we do, girl. You know how we do. Anyway, I love you. The fan's taking them. There we go. I love you, sweet angel girls. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.